Namaste, Angels. This is the daily reading for today, March 22nd, into and through the weekend, because today is Friday. We're going to begin with the year 1622. I think the moon is still in Libra. I don't know if I mentioned that, where it was 2 days ago for that full supermoon. Still there in that zone. We're going to begin with the year 1622, when the first American Indian, or Powhatan, massacre of Europeans in Jamestown, Virginia occurs, and 347 people are killed. 1765, the Stamp Act is passed. It's the first direct British tax on American colonists, organized by Prime Minister George Grenville. 1784, the Emerald Buddha is moved with great ceremony to its current place in Wat Phra, Khao, Thailand. 1832, British Parliament, led by Charles Grey, passes the Reform Act, introducing wide-ranging changes to the electoral system of England and Wales, increasing the electorate from about 500,000 voters to 813,000. 1954, Northland Center, the world's largest shopping mall at the time, opens in Oak Park, Michigan. 1965, U.S. confirms its troops used chemical warfare against the Viet Cong. That means in the Vietnam War, they admitted to using chemical warfare. 2018, the U.S. President, Donald Trump, imposes a $60 billion worth of tariffs on the Chinese imports. Did you know the St. Petersburg Tampa airboat line becomes the world's first scheduled airline on this day in the year 1914? Famous birthdays: Emilio Aguinaldo, Andrew Lloyd Webber, and Reese Witherspoon. Would you believe Niagara Falls runs out of water because of a drought on this day in the year 1903? Famous weddings: 1916, British author of The Lord of the Rings, J.R.R. Tolkien, marries Edith Mary Bratt at St. Mary Immaculate Roman Catholic Church in Warwick. 1984, composer Andrew Lloyd Webber, 36, weds singer-dancer Sarah Brightman, 23, in Hampshire, England. And 1992, record producer Lou Adler weds Paige Hanna, Daryl's sister, Daryl Hannah of Hall & Oates. I'm sorry, Daryl Hannah of the movie Splash. I don't know why I pictured her and his name called Daryl. Hall & Oates is Daryl is a man. Jesus Christ. In any case, famous divorces: 1948, musician Nat King Cole, 29, divorces dancer Nadine Robinson after 11 years of marriage. And famous deaths: Jonathan Edwards and William Hanna. There's another Hannah. Well, that's funny too. William Hanna was an American animator. He formed a partnership with Joseph Barbera in 1957 after they created Tom and Jerry in 1940. They became the first animation studio to successfully produce animation especially for children. And no, I don't know where I'm seeing all these. I'm seeing different things that I'm saying. Okay, hang on. Especially for television, not children. Some of their best-known series include The Huckleberry Hound Show in 1958, The Flintstones in 1960, The Jetsons in 1962, and The Smurfs in 1981. Together, they have won several Academy Awards and 8 Emmy Awards, including the first Emmy for the animated program. He was born on July 14th in 1910 in Melrose, New Mexico, USA, making him a Cancer. He died on March 22nd in the year 2001 at the age of 90 of throat cancer. Jonathan Edwards was a Christian preacher and philosopher, American, widely acknowledged to be America's first important and original philosophical theologian. That wasn't seeing someone else. That was just getting tongue-tied. He was born on October 5th in 1703 in East Windsor, Connecticut Colony, USA, and was a Libra. He died on March 22nd in 1758 at the age of 54. Reese Witherspoon. Her full name is Laura Jean Reese Witherspoon. She's an actress, American. Rose to fame with the breakout role as Elle Woods in the box office hit Legally Blonde. I like that movie. She received a worldwide praise and an Academy Award for her role in Walk the Line. She was born on March 22nd in 1976 in New Orleans, Louisiana, USA, and is 42 years old, a dragon on the Chinese zodiac and an Aries. Andrew Lloyd Webber, a composer, British. He's famous for The Music of the Night and Don't Know How to Love Him. I think he's famous for a bunch more than that too. But anyway, he was born on March 22nd in 1948 in London, England, and is 70 years old, a rat in the Chinese zodiac and an Aries. And lastly, Emilio Aguinaldo was a revolutionary and the first president of the Philippines. He was a general, and he played a leading role in the revolution against Spain in 1896 through 1897, and then against the United States during the Philippine-American War in 1899 or 999 through 1901, which is 11. After battling Spanish forces in 1897, Aguinaldo signed the Pact of Biak-na-Bato with the Spanish government, giving the rebels amnesty and monetary indemnity in return for the rebels' exile in Hong Kong. He organized his revolutionary government into the so-called Hong Kong Junta and enlarged it into the Supreme Council of the nation. Aguinaldo returned to the Philippines and resumed command of revolutionary forces besieging Manila. He issued a decree replacing his dictatorial government with a revolutionary government, declaring himself president. In June of 1898, he declared the Philippines an independent nation from Spain. However, by February 1899, he was fighting the Philippine-American War, which went on again from 1899 through 1901. And when captured in 1901, he swore an oath of allegiance to the United States in the face of outstanding odds. He was born on in 1935, Aguinaldo ran unsuccessfully against Manuel Quezon during the Philippine Commonwealth elections. He was born on March 22nd in 1869 in Cavite, Philippines, and was an Aries. He died on February 6 in 1964 at the age of 94 of coronary thrombosis, and he was the last. So going to these cards. Oh, we're beginning with cocktail. I'm having cocktails with one of my clients / viewers later. I'm meeting for the first time. She's in New York on business from Boston. Also, it's 50-50, which I'm presuming we will split our bill, or I'll pay mine and she'll pay hers since we're not on a date. And massage, I don't think that one applies to me or us. Maybe separately, but I don't plan on getting one. Although my neck has been like really seriously in need of one. Yeah, it's still 50-50. Dirty movie. Somebody may be like FaceTiming and stuff, doing some online dating, sending pics. And lastly, spend money. Have a good time over the weekend. We're beginning with the 10 of Autumn, so maybe you're going to come into some money that you can spend. The I think the Powerball, the Mega Million, one of them is like over $600,000. So maybe it's a good time to do that. Pick up a ticket. Contentment comes from knowing that your finances are secure, your family material needs are taken care of. It's important to honor traditions and to have pride in your heritage and the accomplishments of your ancestors. Opening to the Queen of Summer, compassionate, loving, giving, and psychic. This is a day and time of deep emotions and heightened intuition that you can trust completely. Be mindful that you don't ignore your own needs while caring for others. The Queen of Summer is a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Queen of Summer. And the Seven of Winter, somebody trying to steal joy or something. Caution will come Caution will help you to avoid the loss of valuables, including non-material resources such as peace of mind. Be aware of the results of your actions as well as what others might be doing behind your back. And there's a key here in the mouth of this bird, someone trying to take someone's key. Or something having to do with a key. Be careful not to lose your keys, since I'm drawn into that one in particular. But there's also a whistle, a peace sign. Looks like a heart-shaped something, like a gemstone, a coin, and an engagement ring in here. So just be mindful of like your actual items, jewelry and stuff over the weekend. Queen of Summer, and again, coming into some abundance, Major Arcana card 10, the Wheel. Expect a sudden positive change in your life. You can now move forward and make great progress. Queen of Summer. Major Arcana card Justice, so things are being made fair. Represents the sign of Libra, where I said again the moon is currently today, is number 8 of the Major Arcana. 8's all about karma. Fair decisions will be made after all the evidence is reviewed impartially. Have compassion for others and try to see all sides of a disagreement. Also, the Princess of Summer, sensitive, kind, open-hearted, and inexperienced. You can expect to kindle a new romantic relationship or a close platonic friendship. You may suddenly receive an emotional message from someone or be invited to a social event. Princess of Summer, like the Queen, that it is opposite, is also a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or someone likened to their traits or those traits or attributes. This can be about someone's like a mother and child, not necessarily, you know, of the water element. Yeah, and like an older woman and a child, maybe a younger girl. Or this older one or older feeling one might just be a Scorpio, because of the water element at least. Scorpio is the fixed sign and the more mature of the signs. So could be a Scorpio, or perhaps you know, like some other mature sign or particularly mature person. Again, most likely a woman, if it's an actual person in your life. And if it's a romantic situation, the person that you're coming into contact with, because the pages are about news or information, right? So it's usually like a call, a text, some kind of something comes in. That person may be younger, or you may be younger than the person from whom you're receiving, you know, some sort of message or contact that is pleasing to you. And now coming to the Four of Autumn. Be cautious about living a life of extremes or seeing things in black and white terms. Consider, for example, whether you're spending too much versus hoarding your wealth, or giving too much emotionally versus building up walls that keep people out. So you want to let people in, and you want to spend both in moderation. Overall energy is the Five of Spring. Occasionally you may experience clashes with others. If you decide the matter is of your energy, worth your energy, then do what you can to minimize the conflict without sacrificing your goals or beliefs. This can also be about us, oneself being particularly like aggressive, like a go-getter on this day or over this weekend too, pursuing things. It's very Aries, right? The ram, his two rams here. This can also be two Leos getting together. Actually, the woman that I'm meeting tonight is a Leo, and I'm a Leo rising, so it could be like something like that too. And I didn't even mean to say Leo. I'm looking at the ram. I was two Aries rather, but maybe two Leos. Maybe that's what it's about. I was being reminded that I'm meeting a Leo later. Hopefully we don't clash. We don't have a conflict. Yeah, but it can be either one. We'll see in a moment, I guess, how this applies to us today. Based on the other cards, though, that we saw prior, as I was shuffling, they were all so positive. I hate to think they're being followed by conflict. So I rather think it's like a by any means necessary. I'm a go-getter. We started with the 10 of Earth, for example, the 10 of Pentacles, and then I ended on the 4 of Pentacles. So which can be about, again, money and things in moderation. And as it relates to work and finances, for example, it can be about like working a job that you're not happy with just for the sake of earning money, which is understandable. No judgment against that. But maybe you're getting a better job. Maybe that's what the Ten of Pentacles was about. Maybe you're about to get a promotion or a raise. Maybe that's the justice, right? That's the scales being evened out finally, rather than you having to scrape or whatever and scrimp and live paycheck to paycheck. Something is coming in, and it's coming in because perhaps you're going after it. You're going to aggressively pursue it. However, when I pick this up, underneath it is also another 5 that represents conflict, although this one is upside down. It's the 5 of winter. So I guess this does not apply, but showing this to you revealed to me that yes, the next upright card, in fact, is the Ace of Autumn. You can expect a windfall of abundance, such as money, timely assistance, or serendipitous meeting, or rewarding advice. You may be offered a fabulous new job or promotion, what I was just saying, or the prospect of a profitable business venture or investment. And guess what? The next upright card is the Ace of Spring. A wonderful new opportunity presents itself. It may have come as a surprise, but you'll still want to leap into action and passionately pursue every possibility. So that's my take on it before I even turn over the cards. That this is about pursuing something aggressively, leaping into action and going after an opportunity with what you've been presented that can be extremely lucrative for you, whether it is financially, in a material sense, or you coming into some valuable information or making a valuable connection with another person. Crowning the masculine, the Prince of Winter, decisive, focused, driven, and impulsive. Get ready for progress to speed up. This situation requires you to choose logic and intellect over emotion and to make your decisions quickly. The Prince of Winter is the Knight of Swords. He is a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. He's surrounded by the Queen of Spring, talented, brilliant, independent, and charming. Don't underestimate your ability to manifest your dreams. You may have several priorities vying for your attention at once, but you can do it. The Queen of Spring is a Leo or Aries or even a Sagittarius or someone likened to those traits or attributes, and can just be simply representative of, again, of us pursuing something very aggressively and passionately and confidently. That's what the Queen of Spring is all about. Masculine subconscious, the 5 of Summer. So he's expecting some, he's kind of pessimistic about what's going on. Maybe he doesn't believe in himself here. Focus upon the fact that God loves you and always has the highest of intentions for you. A positive outlook makes it easier for you to recover from life's little difficulties so that you can move onward and upward. So this perceived or anticipated shortcoming, loss, disappointment on the part of the masculine, is completely unnecessary when this is what's around him. But this is his head, so he needs to shake that off. Feminine, crowning us, it is that 4 of Autumn again. Be cautious about living a life of extremes or seeing things in black and white terms. Consider, for example, whether you're spending too much versus hoarding your wealth, or giving too much emotionally versus building up walls that keep people out. And again, as it relates to work and finances, that can be about earning money in a way that you're not happy, but it pays the bills. Like the Erykah Badu song, or that cliche saying, work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. It's whatever. Oh boy. Feminine surrounded by the 5 of Autumn. So this is her feeling of lack too. Focusing upon the negative or worrying about money or your career can block your progress. It applies to relationships too. Because your trust and faith are at a low point right now, it's not necessarily the best time to start something new, like a business, or to become self-employed, or maybe even a new relationship, until you can shake that off. Feminine subconscious, however, the 8 of Autumn. So at least she knows that if she works hard, she should receive, or where she puts her effort is from where she should receive her outcome. She may be feeling like, again, this is a job with which I'm not happy. I'm just making enough to pay the bills, but I'm not happy. It's not really a great job. And feeling this way. Like this is just an overall feeling of lack. It can be related to a relationship too. Again, putting your effort in and just feeling like you're being taken for granted, you're not getting the same back, or concerned about if you did enter a relationship and did put your effort in, then you wouldn't get what you deserve because that's happened to you in the past. All of those things can be attached to the Five of Autumn. Crowding. It's getting better. The Three of Spring. Stop to take time to review and to make long-term plans, capitalizing upon your past successes. It's appropriate to pat yourself on the back, right? Not to feel like this, but to feel good about, your accomplishments. Although you may need some patience for the next phase to play out. So even where you're putting your effort, it may take a moment before you're happy about your income or your situation or your relationship. At the root, foundation, like what caused all this? 10 of Summer. It's time to express your love and appreciation for family, be it relatives or a chosen family of close friends. Congratulations may be in order on a happy, fulfilling marriage, as well as raising happy and balanced children. So, something starting out with family, and again, maybe a disagreement among family members. Often, I'll mention when I pick up the Five of Spring, or close friends, that the Five of Spring, where it does relate to conflict, it's usually oneself, right? Internal conflict, and or, in my experience and observation, vision, conflict with close friends and or family members. At the heart of the matter, the Queen of Winter. So it could be, again, needing to cut something out of your life, someone, with the Queen of Winter showing up. Experienced, self-sufficient, brilliant, and funny. All your life experiences have prepared you for this moment of truth. Now is the time to declutter your home, clear away situations that aren't working for you anymore, and disengage from people who create more drama than happiness. So there may be something like that going on, more drama than happiness, but I don't think that that's what's most important here. I think what's most important here is, and about the Queen of Winter showing up, is where it says that you've prepared for this. All your experiences have prepared for this. So don't focus on only the negative ones. That would be, to both the feminine and the masculine. Don't focus on only the negative experiences, because you have opportunity here to bring about abundance to yourself. It wants to come to you rather quickly, at least on the part of the masculine, only if but you have to be willing to pursue it, put your energy towards it, just like the feminine does, the Eight of Autumn here. But if you're feeling this, oh, woe is me, nothing good ever happens to me, I never win, or whatever, then you're not going to take full advantage of the opportunity, right? and completely apply yourself. For the feminine, I just feel it's more fear, because she knows what she has to do. She knows, 2 + 2 is 4. You put your effort into something, you put your energy into something, especially provided it's positive, then that's what you get back, a positive outcome. So she just needs to work on this. What is it connected? Let's see. Four of Winter, some sort of decision maybe that has to be made. Or she might be tired and need rest, and she's like losing herself, maybe again putting effort into a dead-end job or something. Thoroughly think things through before making a decision, like before you decide to quit or whatever. Continuing to overanalyze isn't going to get you any closer to a resolution, but meditation and prayer will bring you the answers that you seek. So do that. Okay, and it can result in this. And here's a way for you to go about increasing your abundance, whatever area it is. The Prince of Autumn is trustworthy, dedicated, protective, and funny, and said to be the only knight, the Knight of Pentacles, that always reaches his goal. He likes to make a plan first. He's very detail-oriented and methodical. So that's what you need to be, feminine, okay, to pursue what it is you're going after. It's important to make a detailed plan before starting any new endeavor. Once you have that plan in place, then you can take immediate action steps and get as much accomplished as possible. So that's your guidance there. the Queen of Winter. Why is she here? Four of Spring. It's time to kick back, relax, and to celebrate all that you have. Joy arises from success in your career, the completion of a project, or a very happy home life. So, for many, as boring as it's probably going to sound, this is about like spring cleaning, and doing things that make you happy, whether it's around your home, some other project, putting your effort into some sort of hobby or something where you produce something, you create something. But yeah, if it makes your family happy, or brings you joy, helps you to be surrounded by joy, that's what it's going to want to be. So, somebody could be remodeling their kitchen or cleaning out their closet, putting the winter stuff away, taking the spring stuff out. I know, again, it sounds boring, but ultimately that's going to bring us some happiness. And we may need to declutter other areas of our life too, including ones where there are people with whom we have conflict. They just bring us drama, and they don't add any value really. Also, there could be some partnership and couple stuff going on with both the Prince and Queen of Winter here. And they could find some joy together. They're willing to put their effort and energy into that. Queen might be a little bit older than the Prince. And there may be a party of three situation going on. Again, we got our Earth, Wind, and Fire here, I'm realizing too. Party of three could be happening with fire, air, earth. So yeah, earth, wind, fire. Or earth, wind, fire is really the order, because the queen is here, the queen is here, the prince is here. Or yeah, air and fire could be having some sort of problem. Party of three, conflict, love triangle. In both cases, if there's a partnership, a coupling, it looks like the one may be older than the other, and that one may be specifically a female. This could also be something as simple as, like I said, going out tonight. I'm not a Leo sun. I'm a Gemini sun. I'm a little younger than the woman that I'm meeting who is a Leo. So it could be something like that too. I do want to look lastly, as far as clarification, at the masculine Five of Summer and like what has him bummed, maybe. We can figure out what that's about. Wanting to move forward, abundance. He's looking for sudden positive movement, and that's what's here. The Prince of Winter represents sudden movement, and the Queen of Spring could easily be representative of Jupiter, which the wheel to which the wheel is connected. So he's looking for something to change very quickly in his life, and he himself is capable of bringing that about, is what it looks like here. Further advice to the masculine. Oh, maybe this is why he's feeling stuck. There could be fear in a relationship, maybe because there's a love triangle, party of three. He's trying to figure out how to choose one and where to go, with whom to be. That's something. I'm just feeling very pessimistic about his options. It's so easy to convince yourself that you're trapped when you really aren't. Trust that God will lift you to new heights and give you a greater sense of self-confidence. See, that's what I was saying about him before here, lacking the confidence in it, but it's right here. Yeah, if you first affirm your freedom. So he's going to have to tackle that one himself first. And for the feminine, Major Arcana card, the Moon. I'll actually clarify both of our advice cards to see what they're attached. The feminine, there's something that she doesn't know, and maybe that's why she's having such a hard time trying to overanalyze everything, and should just go with the flow and trust that what she's already come to, which is the right thing, the answer. Where you put your effort is where you're going to get your outcome, and if it's positive, you're going to get a positive outcome. And it's important for her to trust that and her intuition in general when the Moon shows up, even if you're unsure of what's happening. All will be revealed soon, so worry is unnecessary. Like you're worried about nothing. You don't even know what you're worried about because nothing's happened. You're creating a whole thing, a whole picture of lack and loss in your mind. That's that Five of Pentacles. Major Arcana card 18, the Moon, represents the sign of Pisces. So, clarifying the masculine's Eight of Winter, why he feels stuck. He feels stuck again. It's lack of confidence. He had the Five of Cups, and now he's got the Four. He has to make a move. Your responsibilities may distract you from noticing all the gifts that God is presenting to you. Be open to investigating opportunities that come your way. It's like it's sitting here and he's looking at it, but he's afraid to grab it. Yeah. It's all on him. And feminine, our Moon, about what do we not know? You don't know how much strength. You don't realize how strong you are and how capable of conquering anything that comes your way you are. But that is what the case is. Also, as it relates to a relationship, you may want to try to move into a place of forgiveness. Major Arcana card, Strength, 11. The true strength, or our true strength, is displayed through kindness, forgiveness, and compassion. You have tremendous personal power and courage. So there is nothing on this day or this weekend that the feminine will face that she cannot handle and conquer and end up happy. And is that all I wanted to clarify? I'll do one more. Oh boy. See what happens when I'm greedy? Two of Winter. It's a part of indecision. Procrastination. Okay, so maybe this is the note. I was thinking, I'm going to have to clarify the Two of Winter now, but I think this is, and I still may, but I think this is the important message. Like, all the sitting around and thinking and worrying and, oh, woe is me, and, not actually making a plan and not actually taking action. That's procrastination and worrying for no reason, possibly about what others will think. And that kind of thing is blocking you from making a decision. Over here, maybe because of an age difference. Like I said, this queen is older and this queen is older than this prince. If you're torn between your own desires and someone else's, follow your inner guidance. So that was for everybody. And okay, they're not going to tell me today. They're like, cut it out. You see the next card is upside down, and all they did was give me another card about the need to make a decision and procrastination. It's time to stop procrastinating and to make a decision so that you can move forward with a priority. If you need to do more research, then do so. But don't overthink the situation. Listen to your heart. All right, so as it relates to finances and career, which may be the feminine's route, when the Seven of Summer or Seven of Cups shows up, it's important to plan, to face the music, really take a look at what you have and see what your choices are, what your options are, and then make a detailed plan going forward. It's not a good time to be by the seat of your pants and willy-nilly. As it relates to relationships, yeah, you got more than one option. And that looks like the case here. Some sort of a party of three. Whether that's friendship, business, or romantic. But what we do have in both cases, on both sides, again, is the power, the ability to manifest what we need. And I will be greedy and lastly clarify our Five of Spring, just because I feel so confident about it. Yes, Two of Spring. Your vision, creativity, and dedication to your cause have brought you great success. In fact, it may be in your best interest to get a partner to assist you in your endeavors or to expand the number of people helping you. So not just you against the world, like you and me against the world. Two of Spring, of course, the Divine Union or Twin Flame card of the Tarot. So I use that to clarify our Five of Spring, and I'll even be greedy with that. Because something or someone, your lack of confidence very well, is trying to take that joy, take this happiness from this that could potentially be there. Caution will help you to avoid the loss of valuables, including non-material resources such as time or peace of mind. Be aware of the results of your actions as well as what others might be doing behind your back. Last one. He gave me another confusing one. Major Arcana card awakening is the Hanged Man. So things are hanging in the balance. Look at things in a different way and all will make sense. Don't worry if your progress is halted temporarily. Things will soon start moving again. This also represents the sign of Pisces. Hangman. It can be about the need to let something go. So maybe again let me show you this. In the case of some sort of party of 3, whether it's a love triangle or not, 5 minus 2 is 3. So like let the 3 go and end up with the 2. And don't let, that third energy that's not meaning you well, take your joy from you. So look at this 3, again, in a different way so you can figure out what it is you need to do. And you have the ability to manifest into your life exactly what you want, including that wonderful partnership. There is magic in the air. You can manifest any and everything you need to be successful. So again, that represents the sign of Gemini. Keep going. Don't stop. You've created something wonderful, and victory is to be yours. I don't know why they made me look at so many today. The 9 of Spring tells us to persevere, to keep going. Don't let anybody take your peace of mind or your actual material wealth. You've worked hard and what you've created is impressive and worthy of protecting. Annoying challenges may pop up, but don't worry. You'll get through them just as you have in the past. So this is overcoming. And then we ending on this very, very positive note, the 2 of Summer. You're falling in love or experiencing a deepening of emotion in your current relationship. Marriages or romantic partnerships that are in distress, it looks like something may be going on here again with the masculine, those can still be saved too. Don't give up. Hope that you guys have enjoyed the daily. I'll be back with the weeklies and some client readings. Namaste.